And tonight on 7 UpFront, we're getting to the bottom of what's involved in the new travel quarantine guidelines by the governor. Dr. Natasha Bagdasarian, senior public health physician with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, joining us now. Dr. Bagdasarian, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me on tonight.
All right, so doctor, let's get right to the new guidelines. These aren't new restrictions, so how well do you think travelers will actually abide by the quarantine guidelines?
Well, we hope that people do their part. Things are really, cases are surging here in Michigan. This is not the safest time to travel and to loosen mitigation strategies. And so if you are traveling, the safest way to do so is to test before you go out of state and then again when you return from your travels.
And you know, Doctor, Governor Whitmer is saying people are getting out more. They have COVID fatigue. And of course, the spread of variants causing the numbers to surge. Now we have pop-up COVID testing sites at schools. How will testing actually work? Will people have to make an appointment to be tested?
No, so we have drive-up, walk-up, pop-up testing sites. Each one will be a little bit differently, run a little bit differently. Each one has been coordinated with the intermediate school districts to best meet their needs. So they're being done in conjunction with when school districts think people will be returning for spring break. The school districts are helping to advertise them. And these testing sites are really for the school communities as well as for the general community. So anyone who might have traveled over spring break, it's a great idea to get tested when you return and before you potentially introduce any COVID risk factors into that school or into that community that you're returning to.
And you know, Dr. Bagdasarian, as I just mentioned, Pontiac opening a massive vaccination site today. The race to get shots into arms is on. When do you think we can start to see those numbers actually decline?
So we know that vaccines are very, very safe and effective. We have 3 amazing vaccines, and they're safe, they're effective, and they are our best hope to get out of this pandemic. So we've got variants circulating. There is some concern that some of the variants may be, that the vaccines may be less efficacious against them, but the vaccines are still our best shot. So if you are eligible for a vaccine right now, or you can make an appointment this coming Monday. So starting on Monday, all Michiganders ages 16 and up are eligible to be vaccinated. I urge you to try to get your appointment to be vaccinated with one of those 3 safe and effective vaccines.
And finally here, doctor, what can you suggest for families heading into Easter weekend to stay safe?
Well, even with the variants circulating, we know that our mitigation strategies, and these are the same mitigation strategies that we've been stressing since the beginning of the pandemic, they still work. Masking works, distancing works, and avoid large gatherings. So I know it's very tempting to get together with family and friends this holiday weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. The weather is going to be really great. I know it's tempting to get together and have a gathering, but do it carefully. So if you're vaccinated, it's safer. If you are unvaccinated, please avoid indoor gatherings. Avoid gatherings where you're not going to be social distancing. If you can gather outside and only with people in your immediate family, that's the safest way to do things at this point in the pandemic with cases surging the way they are.
Yeah, some great information for sure. Dr. Bagdasarian, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.